If you are like me and you have multiple Linux VMs, keeping them up to date can be challenging. And that's why I want to show you how to automate installing system updates and Docker container updates. It will just take 4 or 5 minutes. So enough talking, let's get started. I have these 4 servers right here, so 2 of them are Ubuntu, and the other 2 are Debian. And the method I will show you now works on every Debian-based distro. Instead of typing sudo apt update and sudo apt full upgrade every time, you can do this by installing the following bad boy. So our tool is called unattended-upgrades, and to install it, just type sudo apt install unattended-upgrades. Alright, our tool is installed now, but let's make sure that it is running. To do this, just type sudo systemctl status unattended-upgrades. And you see right here, it is enabled, which means it will start with the system, and it is active, which means it's running. In case you are not seeing enabled or active right here, you can make it start with the system automatically with the next reboot. And to do this, just type sudo systemctl enable and type the service name, which is unattended upgrades. And that's it. Now unattended upgrades will start with the system after a reboot. And if you want to start it now, you can just replace enable with start. Alright, now the system updates will get auto-installed automatically. Let's make the same on our Docker containers. And the tool we are going to use is called Watchtower. Now this one can't be installed using apt because it is a Docker container. So let's deploy it and configure it to upgrade all other Docker containers automatically. Now just to make sure that you already have some Docker containers running on this system, you can type sudo docker ps, and as you can see right here, I have 4 Docker containers. So let's deploy this bad boy. I will create the configuration file of mail tower under opt just to keep things organized. So I will type cd opt, and if I type ls right here, as you see, I have multiple folders for my Docker containers, so I will just create a new one. So type sudo mkdir, and I will call it Watchtower. And let's move to this directory. So type cd Watchtower and create the configuration file of Watchtower, also called Docker compose file. So type sudo nano compose.yaml and paste this bad boy. And this is the configuration file of Watchtower. So you see right here, we have only one service. It is called Watchtower. It uses this image. The container name is Watchtower. This bad boy will start with the system automatically. Unless you have stopped it manually, it has access to all other Docker containers, because else it won't be able to update them. And you are giving it the command to remove all the Docker images, after updates I mean. And if you used cron tab before, you might be confused because cron tab only uses 4 places. So on cron tab, this star right here doesn't exist. They start with this one, which means weekday, and this one is for month, day of the month, this one is for hour, and this one is for minutes. But with Watchtower, things works differently. So this one is day of week, this one is for month, and this is for day of the month, this one is for hours, minutes, and seconds. So this bad boy means right now, run Watchtower every day at 4 o'clock. If you want to run it like once a week, let's say, which I also recommend, you can change this one. I will select 6, which stands for Saturday. Now I can save this file, just type Ctrl-O to save, and Ctrl-X to exit. And that's it. All you have to do now is to download and install Watchtower. And to do this, just type the following: sudo docker compose up-d. So you are telling Docker to start the Docker compose file under this directory and start it in the background. Now hit enter, and it's installed. So let's see if it is running already. Type sudo docker ps, and you see right here, Watchtower is already running. If Watchtower wasn't able to start, then it is using the wrong API version. And to fix this, just open the configuration file one more time, scroll to the down of the file, and paste the following. So we are telling it right here to use the Docker API version 1.4. Now save this configuration file one more time and redeploy it. So type sudo docker compose up-d. Alright, now let's see if it is working. And Watchtower is running now. And that was our small video for today. I showed you how to automate installing system updates and Docker container updates. Now you are in. Consider supporting the channel by buying me a coffee, or be a channel member to see all videos before everyone else. There is also multiple benefits, you can check them yourself. And if you can't do any of these, your like and subscribe are more than enough. Now thank you for watching, and see you the next time. This is Libre-Data, and we are just getting started.